The stand was being watched by a young boy, maybe 12 years old. The rifle looked dangerous, to the user. I didn't really want to lug the rifle around with me. An old executive toy and a cheap plaster statuette. There didn't seem much helpful around here. I had neither the money nor the desire to buy any of that garbage. I hadn't come all this way to seek out curios. There were some great bargains on the shelf, providing you ran a junk museum. It was the sort of bell you see in hotel receptions, kind of unexpected here. The cat was an ugly brute who looked like he owned the joint. Ah, bad-tempered as well as ugly.
Hey there, young fella. Speaky you the English? Speaka you the Anglais? Parlez-vous anglais?
Yes, si, and indeed oui, and rather better than you by the sound of it. My name is Nijo. Welcome to my grand emporium of quality merchandise.
Does the word Templar mean anything to you?
Templar. Ah, Templar. Templar! Why, yes, of course.
It does?
Yes, a splendid series of books by Mr. Leslie Chatteris, featuring the roguish Mr. Simon Templar.
Great. That's a real help, Nijo. Anything else?
The Saint television program, featuring Mr. Roger Moore of the quizzical eyebrow, and a stick man with a halo. Bing!
So all Templar means to you is Roger Moore.
I only watched it for the stick man with the halo. Bing! He was better animated.
So I'm correct in saying that the word Templar doesn't mean much to you.
Well, there was the Order of Knights who were wiped out in an inquisition in 1312, I suppose.
That's them. What else do you know?
Just how much information do you think there is on a Trivial Pursuit card?
A what?
From the medieval edition. We had it on the stand a couple of years ago. Ask me what a feuter is. Go on, I know all this stuff.
Never mind. Okay, forget about the Templars for a minute. What do you know about knights?
Like the Crusaders, they came to the East on an insane and pointless mission. They sacrificed thousands of lives, including their own, for insensate pride. How anyone can find them romantic confounds me.
Is that your father lurking in the back of the stand?
He is indeed a roaring fellow. Ayub's his name.
You don't sound like you respect him very much.
Don't I? Not only do I respect him, I rather like him. For all his bluster, we get on very well.
That's not a very friendly cat you got there, Nijo.
No, sir. It is a very unfriendly cat.
Why do you keep it?
Oh, it's not mine. It just rests where it pleases. And today it pleases to rest there. As Kipling would say, it is a cat that walks by itself.
Fiercely independent.
And it smells.
So, this is your stand?
Oh, yes, sir. Though stand does not begin to do it justice. The finest in this bustling metropolis.
This is a bustling metropolis?
Well, not per se, no.
You speak very good English.
Thank you, sir. I learned from tapes that my uncle procured.
Oh, a language course.
No, sir. Jeeves and Wooster. Gussie, Fink, Noto, Aunt Agatha. What ho?
How much are those books there on the shelf?
Have you any Syrian pounds?
I think I might have a couple of Irish pund.
Then they're too expensive for you, sir.
What do you make of this?
A man-sized double-ply tissue stained with Bestheimer's number 12 white pancake grease paint, apparently.
Here, shake hands, Nijo.
I'd rather not, sir. At least not while you've got that shake and shock buzzer clumsily concealed in your palm.
Oh, you noticed.
Outlawed in 3 separate arms limitation conventions, those are. I didn't have you down as a doctor.
I'm not. I acquired it.
I didn't have you down as a petty thief either.
I'm not. This plaster was very useful in Ireland.
Really? Your fund of travelers' tales never ceases to enthrall me.
What do you make of this?
Well, beyond the obvious, very little. That pattern seems very familiar, though.
Look at this. A lifting key as used by Parisian sewer workers.
Calais, sir. I must remember this day for posterity. My grandchildren will be fascinated.
Do you know the name Merlin?
I'm afraid not, old bean.
Have you seen this man before?
No, sir, I'm glad to say. Cold eyes. Oh, a comedian. No surprise there.
What do you think of this, eh?
Oh, sir, what a splendid plaything. One day, when I am rich, I am going to build a world-renowned collection of brightly colored balls.
Are you serious?
In deadly earnest. People will come from far and wide to see my
Yes?
collection. The Rockefellers and the Gettys can keep their hoards of so-called fine art. But answer me this. What good is a Picasso, I ask you, if you cannot bounce it off a wall?
You may have a point. Seriously, do you really think this thing's so great?
Take it away, you tempter.
I'll swap it for something off your stand.
Due to seasonal financial considerations, I'm afraid I cannot.
I thought you wanted this thing.
I do, sir. The stand doesn't.
Which in translation meant it's not really my stand, and I'll be in big trouble if I swap anything for something that I want myself.
Alternatively, is there any service that you require?
Not at the moment, but I'll bear it in mind. So long, Nijo.
Toodle pip, sir.
It was a guess, but I figured the woman to be an American tourist. Just call me Sherlock.
Hello. I was wondering whether you could help me.
Why, hi there, handsome. What can I do for you?
Hi, my name's George. I was just...
Well, it certainly is delightful to meet you, George.
My
name's Mrs. Henderson, but you can call me Pearl, I'm sure.
Okay, Pearl.
So nice to meet a friendly American face so far from home.
Pearl?
Yes, dear?
I was just wondering if you could help me.
Why, sure, precious.
Do you know anything about medieval weaving?
I do a little needlework, but gosh.
It's okay. It was a long shot. Have you talked to the boy on the bric-a-brac stand?
Oh, you've met him? His name's Nijo, you know. Oh, he's just so cute, I could die. I'd love to bundle him up and take him back to Ohio.
He might not thank you.
I'm looking for something ancient, you know. Something to impress the folks back home. The poor boy was trying to do his best, but we still haven't found anything.
Have you ever heard of a group of knights called the Templars?
Sounds familiar. I remember. Dwayne had a book. The Holy Something and the Holy Something Else, I can't quite recall. I read a little of it.
And?
Seemed like a lot of hooey to me.
So, tell me a little about yourself, Pearl.
Me? Oh, a gentleman's interest is always so flattering. Well, my husband and I run a greetings card company in a cute little place called Akron in Ohio.
Akron? Cute? Little? Is your husband around, Pearl?
Well, as a matter of fact, yes, he is. Sorry to disappoint you.
What do you make of this grease paint stained tissue?
Oh, it's grease paint. I thought somebody had gaudy taste in makeup.
I liked her too much to zap her with the buzzer. What do you think of this?
Oh, looks scientific. It's a blood pressure thing, isn't it?
I've got some plaster of Paris.
That's nice, dear.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
You're a philomenist?
Don't they have secret handshakes?
Oh, George, now you're teasing.
Do you know what this is?
Lord, no. It looks painful, though.
It's a sewer key.
Who'd want to break into a sewer?
Have you ever heard of anybody calling himself Merlin?
Merlin?
No, Merlin. Merlin. There's an O in there.
Moulin?
You haven't, have you?
No, darling. No Moulins.
Have you seen this man before?
No. A friend of yours?
No, not really. Does this red nose mean anything to you?
Reminds me of my late Uncle Abner.
Oh? Is he a clown?
No, he was a drunk.
What does this mean to you?
Gosh, is this some sort of psychological test?
No.
Oh, well in that case it's a red ball.
I've got to go now, Pearl.
It's been a pleasure, George. Don't be a stranger.
How did this guy make a living selling useless old machine parts in the middle of nowhere? He didn't have anything that I needed. Hi, I was wondering whether you could help me.
Why, sure, son. Always got time for a fellow American. The name's Henderson. Dwayne Henderson.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Henderson.
Hell, boy, I'm not in the office. Call me Dwayne.
Oh, okay. Dwayne? My name's George Stobart. Have you talked to Nijo?
Nijo? He's the youngster on that junk stand, right? Yeah, we've met him. He's a smart kid. Speaks 4 languages, and he's never had a day's formal education. He should go far. Kept trying to peddle garbage on us, though.
You're not going to find much worthwhile around here.
I know that, and you know that. But try telling Pearl. She reckons there's antiquities in them there stands.
Do you mind if I ask you an odd question?
Okay, but I might not answer it.
Do you know anything about the Templars?
The Knights Templar?
Yep.
Nope. Nothing at all.
Well, you knew they were an order of knights.
What I know and what I say are 2 different things, boy. I haven't lasted as long as I have in this business without knowing that.
In this business?
Sure. The greetings card business.
Oh, please. I saw a medieval picture of a woman, royalty or nobility, something like that. She was looking in a mirror, but the reflection was of a man with 3 faces. What do you think of that?
I think you should be in therapy.
Does the image of a knight holding a crystal ball mean anything to you?
Hell no. What would a knight want with a hunk of glass?
I don't know. That's the prob.
What's wrong, boy?
It's not a crystal ball. It all came together in my head. What the conspirators had mentioned losing. The strange perspective of the manuscript. It's a lens. Do you think bulls have any significance around here?
Weird question, George. Nope, I don't think they have.
What does Pearl do for a living?
Oh, I run a greetings card company, and Pearl writes the poems for him. You ought to ask her to recite some.
You're a long way from home, Dwayne.
Could say the same about you, George.
Me? Well, I'm just sightseeing, that's all.
Without a camera? Kinda lags to come all this way and not take pictures. Mind if I take a picture of you, George?
What? Why? Ow! You could have warned me.
You don't mind, do you, George? The folks back home will be real interested.
What exactly do you do, Dwayne?
Didn't I say? Oh, I run a greeting card company. Yep, we're based in Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland? Pearl said you're in Akron.
What was that?
Nothing. Just thinking out loud. What do you think of this grease paint stained tissue?
You've been hanging around with actors?
Shake hands, Dwayne.
Why?
Just being friendly.
Let's just be friendly by keeping our hands to ourselves. Yeah?
What do you think of this?
A blood pressure gauge? Why in blue blazes are you carrying that?
I'm carrying it for a friend. Look, I've got some plaster of Paris.
Yeah, and I've got a picture of me shaking hands with George Bush. Of course, that was back in '76.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
What do you make of this?
A manhole lifting key. So?
Hey, how come you recognize it?
Hey, how come you're carrying it?
Yeah, well, let's just drop the subject, shall we? Do you know the name Merlin?
Nope.
Have you seen this man before?
Maybe. Where'd you get it?
I just picked it up somewhere.
Sure. I'm always picking up photos of complete strangers and then asking around.
Ow! Damn it!
There. I've got another picture of a complete stranger. Maybe I'll ask around about this one.
Recognize this?
A clown's red nose.
What do you think of this?
It's a ball. Big deal.
Okay, well, I'll see you around, Dwayne.
Count on it, George.
The guy running the stand seemed pretty happy. I wasn't hungry and didn't want to buy fruit, so I didn't start a conversation. The guy running the stand seemed pretty happy. People always want fruit. The merchant was selling fruit. I decided I might have some later. The stand was selling some fruit I didn't recognize. This is what travel is all about. Roam the world and discover strange fruit. Marib looked pretty defendable with a high wall all around it. I figured going out into the countryside was a pretty good way to get lost. The stallholder's face wasn't a great ad for running a kebab stand. Close up, I could see flies love kebabs. The stallholder's face wasn't a great ad for running a kebab stand. It was a kebab stand, and an ugly one at that. In the still air, the smell hung around like bad smells do. Hi, what's your name, sir?
Hello, you buy kebab. Most good.
What do you make of this?
Buy kebab. Most good.
Well, goodbye. Have a nice day.
Most good.
The carpet seller had an impressive collection of wares. If I had the time and the money, I might have bought a couple of rugs. Unfortunately, I had neither the time nor the money to buy anything. The stall had the fanciest awnings I'd ever seen. It was good to have some shade from the scorching Syrian sun. The carpet seller looked craftier than the offspring of a fox and an insurance agent. Hi.
Hello, sir. Lovely carpet.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Ah, give to me. Give to me. Allah mut.
Many beneficent greetings, my most fortunate possible friend.
Huh? Do I know you, mister?
No, no, and again I say, no. But, my friend, do you not see our mutual good fortune in this meeting?
How frank do you want me to be?
You are a traveler, yes?
Boy, you must be the world's greatest detective.
No, I am told that is Sherlock Holmes of the big forehead and slipper full of shag. I, as contrast, am world's greatest luxury taxi driver.
I can see where this is going.
I am Ultar, taxi driver and luxury guide per excellence, yes.
This I had to hear.
Where does your heart desire to go? Simply mention the name to your obedient servant and we shall fly there, swift as the eagle.
Oh, well, I don't really want to leave Marib yet, but I'm sure that if I do, you'll be the first to know.
Is good. You know where you want to go, you come to Ultar.
Thanks. See you around, Ultar.
Be having a pleasant day, full of shining experiences and happiness, my friend.
The outside of the ornate spittoon was beautiful. The inside wasn't. I hadn't felt a need to spit since I was 12. I was surprised to see alcohol on open sale in Syria. Then I realized this wasn't really open sale. And then I realized they weren't even alcoholic drinks anyway. I had neither the time nor the money to buy anything. The club manager's bonhomie seemed forced. Looking at the place, I could understand that. This is definitely not what they meant when they said the joint was jumping. I don't know why, but I felt like I could trust this guy.
Hi. Nice club you've got here. I was wondering if you could help me. What? I mean, I beg your pardon? I'm sorry, but I don't understand.
No surprise there, all righty. He says sorry, but he not speak English.
But he didn't say anything.
He not have tongue.
No tongue? What happened?
It was bet.
And he lost.
He won. You should see other chappie. Oh, yes.
The spittoon was nearly full. What did they sell here? Drinks or expectorants? Even if I'd wanted to spit, my mouth was too dry.
Damn, the door's locked. I'm sorry? Did you say something?
He say you not to go in toilet. Read sign, matey.
Matey?
It lose something in translation.
My Arabic, Russian, and Japanese have a lot in common. I can't read a word of any of them. The notice didn't mean anything to me. By staring hard at the notice and squinting, I discovered I couldn't understand a word of it.
Hello again, Ultar.
Great hellos, munificent foreigner, and possible future client.
Well, you never know. Would you mind talking to me?
Is most agreeable. This is how Ultar learns such splendid English, yes? Yes.
Could you tell me what that sign means?
It's a door stay shut until brush come back. Signed, the management.
Oh, well, what does that mean?
Manager buy lovely new toilet brush, leaves it by wash basin for 10 minutes. Come back, it been stolen. Not even out of wrapper. He damn cross. Lock up toilet and say, nobody use fine pristine toilet until brush given back. We say, what we do till then, eh? He say, cross legs and use superior willpower.
And that's what you've been doing?
No, Ultar use bucket.
Have you met the American couple?
Have Ultar met them? Have Ultar met them? Yes, Ultar have met them.
And?
They most ungenerous. Ultar offer to show them wonders of countryside. They say, is there anything ancient? Ultar say, yes, of course. Nature is ancient. They say no anything ancient made by men. And Ultar say, have you seen Taxi? Fan belt older than Ozymandias. Ha 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 ha! But they gone.
What do you know about the kebab seller?
A most miserable man. Ultar say, cheery up, matey mate, it might never happen. And he say, shut up, Ultar.
Fancy that.
Not at all. Arto has face like the drizzle that falls on the midweek afternoon. Whatever that is.
Do you know anything about the Templars?
Of course.
Yes? What can you tell me?
Great she-bop band of the 60s.
No, that's not really...
Who put the bop in the bop, 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 bop?
Yeah, eternal questions. What do you make of that boy in the market, Nejo?
Nejo? Ha! Ayub's boy is too big for sandals. I speak splendid English and he laugh. He say, Ultar, you big ox, you split infinitive. I say, I split your head if you stay still long enough. Ha 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 ha! Ho 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 ho! Pretty funny, yes?
Hilarious. You should be on cable. This place is certainly hard to find.
Oh yes, it is most exclusive. The membership can be no more than... Kind sir, what would you guess the population of the village to be?
Gee, I don't know, a couple of thousand?
Then I would estimate the membership to be no more than a couple of thousand.
What does this grease paint stained tissue mean to you?
Nothing? Why? What does grease paint stained tissue mean to you?
Shake my hand, Ultar.
Ha ha! Remind me of thing that happened month ago. Maybe 6. Man come up to Ultar, say, shake hands, Ultar. But man have electric buzz thing in his hand. Ha ha! How we laughed! Then I broke his arms.
What do you think of this?
Is gadget.
It's a blood pressure gauge.
Blood pressure gauge. Is what Ultar said.
What do you think of this plaster?
Not much there. Not enough to make tasteful garden gnome, for example.
This is a key for lifting manhole covers.
You carry some strange stuff with you, mister.
Have a look at this.
Shiny.
Have you seen this man before?
Oh, most certainly. Was here only yesterday.
Here? Yesterday? My God, he's close.
Yes, he was asking lot of questions, just like you.
What did he ask about?
He asked about American called Stoby.
Stobart?
Yes, Stobart. You know him?
The killer knew my name. What else did he ask about?
He asked about German man called Klobner.
I tried to remember the name of the man the conspiracy had lost in Syria. Was his name Klausner?
Sure, that is what Ultar said. Klausner. I told this man in the picture, Klausner wanted to go up to Bull's Head.
Hold on, he wanted to go where?
Bull's Head. Big hill, 10 mile out of town. Maybe 60.
When was that?
Oh, maybe a week ago.
Look at this.
Is a red ball with a hole in it.
No, it's a clown's nose.
Does clown know you have his nose?
Unfortunately, it seems so.
Why unfortunate?
This clown kills people.
Ah, alternative comedy.
What do you think of this ball?
Is most splendid, mister.
What can you tell me about this Bull's Head Hill?
Is most magnificent, lovely views, worth visiting, yes, by indeedity.
How do I get there? No. Let me guess.
You need fine luxury guide to take you there in air-conditioned taxi.
Woe is me. Where can I find such a guide?
And Ultar is most luxurious guide for most literally some way, in any direction.
Gee willikers, lucky old me.
Are you desirous of my pleasant and luxuriant service?
All right, let's go.
First, I regret the formalities. A trip to the Bull's Head, 50 Yankee dollars, please.
$50? I don't have $50.
Oh, most unhappy event. Ultar then sorry, but he cannot take you on ride of lifetime.
Hold on, Ultar. Is there nothing I could barter with you?
Word that it was so, beloved friend. But my taxi needs gas, and its muffler needs the muffler doctor. Trading for these things is not possible. My heart weeps for the injustice, but it's box or zip, or unfortunate American.
About Bull's Head Hill.
Are you desirous of seeing this most splendid place?
Well, maybe.
A terrific bargain. Only 50 of your Yankee bucks.
50, huh? Well, I still don't have any cash on me, American or otherwise.
Oh, unfortunate, most extreme. The delights of the Bull's Head Hill then must wait, I fear.
See you around, Ultar.
Fare you most splendid, good sir.
Suddenly, I realized the horrific truth. The guy was basting the kebabs with a toilet brush. It may never have seen the inside of a toilet bowl, but it was still hardly appetizing. Hi, Nijo.
Hello again, sir. And how may I help you this time?
What do you know about that couple?
Oh, they're American.
Is that all?
The chap's a little odd. As for the lady, it's a funny thing. But I get the impression she's a lot cleverer than she's letting on.
I met an interesting guy earlier, a cab driver.
Ah, that would have to be Ultar, a barbaric sort of chap.
Oh, he's not that bad.
You know how he speaks in pidgin English? That's how he speaks in Arabic too.
Who's the guy selling the kebabs?
Oh, that's Arto. A miserable blighter to be sure, sir.
He doesn't seem very happy.
He never is. Day in, day out, a face like a wet Wednesday. Whatever one of those is.
Does he speak any English?
Not cogently, no.
Look, this is going to sound a bit strange, but I need Arto's brush.
What? The brush he bastes the kebabs with?
Yes.
Let me find some dirty postcards for you instead.
Nijo, this is serious. Arto stole that brush he's using from a friend, and I want to get it back.
Perhaps I could help you, old chap. Maybe? Perhaps?
Maybe what? Perhaps what?
I do not wish to seem mercenary, sir, but I am a merchant, and merchants trade.
Merchant? This isn't Sears and Roebuck here.
Well, if you're going to be disagreeable...
No, you're right. What would you like?
I seem to recall that you have something that might alleviate my boredom. A globe of delight, a Rubicon spheroid of heavenly pleasure.
You mean the ball, don't you?
A tiny spherular form that barely spans my hand, yet promises hours of amusement.
If you mean the ball, why don't you just say so?
Can I have the ball back, mister?
All right, here you go.
People say bad things about Americans, but you're okay in my book.
What people? What bad things?
Never mind that now. Remember the brush?
Right, yes, the brush.
All you have to do with Arto is be polite. It lightens his day, makes it all worthwhile for him again.
How can I be polite to the guy when I can't speak a word of Syrian?
Arabic.
That's what I meant.
Simply memorize this phrase. Il-ach il-kalb.
Il-akal kalb.
Close enough. Now, go over to Arto and deliver those honeyed words even unto his delicate ear. He won't be able to do enough for you.
Really?
Really.
What exactly does il-akal kalb mean?
A polite but subtly complimentary greeting. He won't be able to do enough for you.
See you around, Nijo.
Ta-ta for now, sir.
Hello again, sir.
Hello. Kebab? Mmm. Yes?
Il akul kalb?
Filthy. Bad, bad. I'll kill you.
Whoa! Calm down! Feet, do your thing. Hi, Nijo. What the heck did you tell me to tell him?
Patience, sir.
Patience? Patience? I've been chased by a homicidal kebab seller, and you expect me to be patient?
But consider, sir, while you were running from the irate Arto wasn't using the brush.
Hold on. Are you telling me that I've been used as a diversionary tactic?
Your brush, sir.
I can't believe that you put me on that kebab seller's death list for a toilet brush.
The ends justified the means, sir.
Yeah, but I noticed it wasn't your butt that was on the line, though.
They also serve who only stand and wait, sir.
Oh, spare me. Thanks for getting the brush and risking my life to do it.
Anytime. Glad to be of service.
So long, Nijo.
Toodle pip, sir.
Hello again, Ultar.
Praise be to Allah. I am blessed with your bountiful presence once more.
Look, I've got the toilet brush back.
You man of action, all righty. Don't just wave at me. Give to manager.
What does Il Akal Kalb mean?
Who teach you that?
Nejo told me to say it to Arto.
And Arto come after you with big knife, yes?
Yeah, how did you know?
I know Arto. You tell him in bad Arabic that his kebab's made from dog meat.
I said he was using dog food? No wonder he went crazy.
No. Ultar not mean meat for dog. Ultar mean meat of dog.
Oh. Ew. Bye for now, Ultar.
May good fortune follow you, mister.
Hello again, friend. There wasn't much point in trying to launch an in-depth conversation when I couldn't speak Arabic and he couldn't speak. Period. Well, I did know a few words of Arabic, but doubted the wisdom of using them. Here's your brush, sir. It wasn't easy getting it back. The manager took the brush from me, gave me the toilet keys as my reward, and stomped off. What was all that about?
Manager, he say, bah, look at state of this. Need much cleaning in detergent before go around my, you bend.
He said all that?
Body language account for much, you know? Oh, yes, indeedy.
It was the key to the club toilet. It was a roller towel dispenser.
The mirror was as clean as anything else in there.
Hello? Anybody in there?
No answer, so I gave it a push. And I thought the French had strange toilets. I hadn't drunk anything since the morning, and I didn't need to use it. The design of the toilet was a little different from what I was used to, but a toilet chain is a toilet chain all over the world. Oops.
Hi, Nijo.
Hello again, sir. And how may I help you this time?
What happened to your ball, Nijo?
I regret to say that it has been confiscated by my father.
Oh, Nijo, I'm sorry.
Not to worry, sir. Soon he will forget why he has the ball and put it on the stand, at which point I shall recover it.
I'm sorry about the statuette being broken as well.
Again, do not fret, sir. It has been on the shelf for a long time. As merchandise, it did not have legs.
Now it hasn't got any arms either.
Very droll, sir.
May I have this statuette? It is broken after all.
Certainly. And when my father deals with that feline for breaking it, you can have a Davy Crockett hat as well.
See you around, Nijo.
Ta-ta for now, sir.
The plaster seemed to soak up the grease paint until it began to look like stone. Hi, Nijo.
Hello again, sir. And how may I help you this time?
What do you think of that?
Remarkable. It seems older, much older. Quite remarkable.
Do you recognize these keys?
No,
They're to a toilet.
thank you for sharing that with me.
What does this toilet chain mean to you?
Are you building a bathroom in easy installments?
I borrowed this from the club Alamat.
How nice for you.
So long, Nijo.
Toodle pip, sir.
Hello again, Pearl.
Why, hello, George. It's such a pleasure to see you again.
Have you met the taxi man, Ultar?
Heavens, yes. What a big man. Very muscular.
But you didn't go for a ride.
Why, George, you're absolutely the most... Oh, you mean a taxi ride? No, Dwayne wasn't interested, so it didn't happen.
Have you had anything from the kebab stand?
Heavens, no, with my digestion.
You said that your company is based in Akron.
And Dwayne said it's in Cleveland, no doubt.
Well, yes, he did.
Dwayne was in the Marines and Vietnam, you know. Anyway, he got a medical discharge. Thing is, he gets confused. We moved away from Cleveland 5 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean...
He also gets a little paranoid. Thinks he's a spy or something.
I'm so sorry, Pearl.
Don't worry yourself, George. We live with it.
Have you ever heard of a hill called the Bull's Head?
No. No, I haven't. Is it nearby?
I'm not sure.
Sounds awful romantic. The Bull's Head Hill.
What do you think of this fine piece of ancient statuary?
Oh, Matt, that's just what I've been looking for.
Would you like it?
Would I ever? I'm not carrying the money, though. If you go and find Dwayne, he'll pay you for it. If he gives you any trouble, just tell him that I want it.
I've got the keys to a toilet here.
With my digestion, you better keep them handy. But I'm terrible.
What do you think of this toilet chain?
My, but you're a strange one, George.
Look, a washroom towel.
Oh, George, you poor, poor thing. You've had a touch of the sun.
No, I'm fine, really. I've got to go now, Pearl.
It's been a pleasure, George. Don't be a stranger.
I don't know. Even though he was obviously a countryman of mine, there was something about the guy that gave me a weird feeling. Hi there, Dwayne.
Hi there, George. How can I help you, young fella?
Have you ever heard of a hill called the Bull's Head?
Can't say as I have. Where's that?
I don't know. I'm trying to find out.
Bull's Head, huh? I must remember that. Sounds scenic.
Have you met Ultar?
Almost luxurious air-conditioned taxi ride, mister.
Yeah, the cabbie.
Tried to pull a bunco on us. Take us on a wild goose chase off into nowhere.
Have you had any dealings with the kebab seller?
Absolutely not. Pearl's already had one attack of Montezuma's revenge.
Here I have a washroom towel.
Yeah?
No, that's it. Here I have a washroom towel.
Oh, I was expecting a magic trick or something.
What does this toilet chain mean to you?
It means that somewhere somebody can't flush the toilet.
I've got the keys to a toilet here.
Executive washroom?
Not exactly. What do you think of this?
Good gravy. Looks old.
Yeah, I had to turn this town upside down.
Boy, your luck's better than ours. Looks Roman.
I wouldn't know.
What'll they say back home? How much do you want, George?
Oh, I couldn't. It's the find of a lifetime. I mean...
$50. Take it or leave it.
I'll take it. Here you go.
And here you go.
Thanks for the money, Dwayne. This'll come in real handy.
I ought to be thanking you for finding this Roman statuette.
Okay, well, I'll see you around, Dwayne.
Count on it, George.
Arto had murder in his eyes. What the hell had I said to him? Hello again, Ultar.
Praise be to Allah. I am blessed with your bountiful presence once more.
About Bull's Head Hill.
Are you desirous of seeing this most splendid place?
Well, maybe.
A terrific bargain. Only 50 of your Yankee bucks.
50, huh? Okay, it's a deal. Here's the cash.
Ah, most splendid. As you say, the cash price moolah is correct. Mister, we make with haste.
Where exactly is your taxi? Because the only vehicle I can see around here is an aging army surplus truck.
Yes?
Ah, okay. I'll be along in a minute. It didn't seem right to take off with the toilet keys, so I left them on the bar. Hello again, Ultar.
His most splendid and adventurous client.
That's your taxi?
Oh, yes, most assuredly. Most entirely splendid taxi in all Marib.
It looks like an old army truck to me.
Bah! You Americans with your checkerboard caps and your Judd Hershes. You have lost sight of what a taxi should truly be.
About 4 tons by the look of it.
There, you have hit the nail in the nutshell.
Okay, already, let's go.
Regrettably not, most esteemed pair. There is a minor problem of a tiny nature. The fan belt has taken it upon itself to break.
So, what are you gonna do?
What can I do? I must wait for a ride to the garage for a replacement.
How long is that gonna take?
1 day, maybe 6.
I can't wait that long. We gotta get moving.
But how, my friend?
I'll think of something. Is this any use to you?
My friend, the very thing, yes.
Ultar took the towel from me, cut it in 2 lengthways, and gave me half back. With his half, he did the kind of fan belt replacement that's normally done with stockings.
Now, if I knot the ends together, so... Serviceable, yes? Very serviceable indeed.
Stockings might work on a Bentley, but on a truck, the coarse toweling did the job nicely.
Come along, my friend. You want to see the bull's head? Yes?
A young tree grew at the edge of the drop. The stick I'd broken off was surprisingly hard and inflexible. With a flourish, I tied the end of the towel to the stick with a textbook reef knot. Centuries of hot days and cold nights had opened a crack in the cliff edge, deep into the living rock. I could see that crack would make a good anchor point. Well, that looked really safe, but I had no choice. I hadn't anticipated going mountaineering when I'd come to Syria. close up, the niche looked somehow artificial. I didn't like the idea of putting my hand in there, but there was something in there. A metal ring, as wide as my hand. I took a firm hold of the ring and pulled. Whoa there! Around the corner, I found the corpse. Oh my God. Klausner? Large as life and twice as dead. I'd hardly had time to accept the fact when I heard the door mechanism start up again. Oh man, no! The door had slammed shut, trapping me. I had a bad feeling about how Klausner had died. A stone head bearing 3 bearded faces. It was a strange image, but a powerful one, redolent with antiquity and ancient mysteries. Sure was an ugly one, though. I couldn't think of anything to do with the statue, apart from scaring small children with it. Without getting too close, I couldn't see any marks of violence, apart from his fingertips being scraped raw, and that seemed self-inflicted. Klausner had been pretty smart to get this far, but he was still dead. Okay, all right. Hey, what's this? I'd found some kind of lens, a very old lens made from a very hard glass. That settled it. The knight on the manuscript had been holding a lens the whole time, not a crystal ball. It was the lens that I'd found on Klausner's body. Up on the wall was an inscription, partially eroded by the ages. Something, something, in occidenta cita est, in ora mundi. The Latin was clear enough, but what did it mean? The mouth's opening. It must be Ultar. My God, if he comes in, we'll both be trapped. Ultar! Don't come in! It's a trap! Stay where you are! You!
Hello, Mr. Stobart. We meet in the most unusual places. Please, do not make any sudden moves. I have no desire to maim you.
Did you say maim?
I did. Dead men tell no tales, as you say. And I want to hear everything that you have to tell me.
And what if I don't want to talk?
Then I shall, most regrettably, have to kill you. Rest assured, however, that I am an excellent shot you would not suffer.
Oh, that's good. Believe me, I'm really assured.
It is rather dark in here. I think we should conduct our business outside.
Why should I make myself an easier target?
If I fire at you, Mr. Stobart, I shall hit you even in here. But unfortunately, my marksmanship will suffer. It could be the difference between hitting you in the leg or the groin.
Boy, it sure is hot in here.
No sudden moves, Mr. Stobart. Now then, where shall we start?
How about being bosom buddies and you putting that gun away?
Klausner, do you know where he is?
Yep, he's dead. Just around the corner of the cave. You want to look?
I'll take your word for it. How did he die?
Starvation or dehydration by the look of it.
He was caught in this trap you were shouting about. Yes, I suspected as much. The Templars were not ones to give away their secrets lightly. Was he carrying anything of importance?
No, nothing.
So, why is this location important? What did the Templars hide here if not an artifact?
Well, there was something in Latin up on the wall.
Latin? Do you remember it, Mr. Stobart? What did it say?
In accidenta cita est, in ora mundi.
Ah, the words of Caesar. Yes, that makes sense.
Well, I know that roughly it means to the west, to the edge of the world. But what the heck is that about?
It tells me where the sword of Baphomet lies. Mr. Stobart, I am sure that you are just what you appear to be. A gifted amateur.
Thanks, I think.
But I can no longer tolerate your interference. There is far more at stake than you realize.
So what are you going to do?
I regret that we must end this here and now. Your only choice now is whether you die like a man or like a dog.
Okay, you're the boss. I'll take my medicine.
You are an honorable man, Mr. Stobart, a rare breed. I should like to shake your hand.
Yeah. Well, what the heck? It was a long way down. Below, I could see Ultar's truck. Luckily, the canopy on Ultar's truck broke my fall.
Thank goodness for that.
The worst part of the experience was Ultar's driving.
What about the lens? Is it still in one piece?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's good to see you again, George.
Really? Well, I have to say, I'd have enjoyed Syria a lot more if you'd been there.
I wouldn't have been much help. Anyway, you did just fine on your own.
Have you any idea what this lens might be used for?
As a magnifying glass, obviously. I'm sure you'll find it very useful.
I'll be back as soon as I can.
Okay.
Oh, hi.
Hello, my handsome friend.
Does this lens mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur. You will.